How much time do you waste just scrolling through your phone every day? More than 10 minutes, right? Well, I want to recommend that you take just 10 minutes of that time and use it every day to study English. If you do it right, you can become fluent. So, today I will show you a method for just 10 minutes of study a day and a demonstration of how to do it properly. So stick around, I'll give you practical tips you can use when you're on the toilet, cooking dinner, anytime you have 10 minutes free. Hi, have you got fluency? My name's Pam and welcome back to my channel. I post videos every Saturday to improve your English fluency. And help me out, please. You can change my channel. So please subscribe, comment, click the like button. Okay, let's get down to it. The tool you'll use is YouTube. Easy to access, yeah? You'll use YouTube to learn how to watch and gain English fluency from realistic TV shows. The best TV show you can use for fluency development, I think, is the TV show Friends. Why? It's realistic. It's about realistic people having realistic, everyday conversations. And it ran for a long time. So it covered a lot of different situations like work, parties, relationships, shopping, job interviews, going to the doctor. A lot of topics. Friends is a bit old, yes, but everybody's still using it, so don't worry about that. Secondly, it's overacted. It's a comedy, so they overact a bit. And that's great for you because it means very clear intonation and rhythm of real-life conversation. Clear body language too. And these things are so important for people learning English as a second language. Thirdly, it's popular. So I think you might like it as well. And if you don't, you can follow the same steps I'll suggest using whatever TV show you want. Okay, now I'll show you how to study with a YouTube clip of Friends. Step 1, find a YouTube clip. To find a good clip, just type in Friends clips into YouTube. And then you'll see a lot of choices. Look, just choose one. I'll choose the first one and there we go. Now, I recommend a 1-minute clip for the best length for today's study method, but if you find a longer one, you can spread it over a couple of days. That's fine. Step 2, get the conversation summary. Now, I'll show you how you can use this summary later, but you should get it now. I recommend doing this with an app called Glasp. You can use Glasp to get a summary of almost any YouTube video. Let me quickly show you how to use it here. Now, Glasp is a Google Chrome extension, so make sure you're using Google Chrome. Just enter in glasp.co and then click Install on Chrome. Next, you'll click Add to Chrome and Add Extension. And your extension is now installed. See? And if you ever want to manage it, you can look up here. After Glasp is installed, just go back into the YouTube clip and look for this icon and click it. And now you're in ChatGPT. And it's creating a summary of the clip for you. Nice, huh? You can also get the entire script, so that can be useful for your study too. But the script's not perfect, see? Sometimes it gets names wrong and it doesn't show who said what, but it does give you most of the words correctly. And if you use YouTube subtitles too, you'll be fine. Step 3. Learn how to speak real-life English in conversation. So we focus on the conversation with these steps: the beginning, prediction, and the rest of the conversation. So why do you need to focus so much on the beginning of any conversation? If you know the beginning of a conversation, you can start a conversation at least, right? So you can be the person who drives a conversation. And if people understand your point from the beginning of the conversation, it's easier for them to predict what you are going to talk about than if they have zero information. So please always keep this in your mind. The beginning holds the key to the meaning of the whole conversation. Okay, so now I'll explain my 10-minute study method. As I said, focus on the beginning first. So, first, check the beginning. Now first find any vocabulary, idioms, and phrases you don't know and check the meaning. So, let's watch the beginning.
Okay, that's like the least fun game ever.
Well, I'm really sick of your smoking, so I brought something that is going to help you quit.
Oh.
Now, in this case, I think you guys know all the vocabulary, but let's just imagine you didn't understand the phrase sick of. So, secondly, use ChatGPT. If you followed my advice and used GLASP to get a summary of the clip, then you already have a tab of ChatGPT open. So, just hop from your YouTube tab to your ChatGPT tab and type in the vocabulary you want. And, top tip, enter it like this: A2 level explanation, and then your word. This will make ChatGPT give you simpler, easier to understand explanations. See? Easy, isn't it? Next, listen to the rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation of the beginning sentences. So in the case of this clip, you might choose
Okay, that's like the least fun game ever.
and/or.
Well, I'm really sick of your smoking, so I brought something that is going to help you quit.
Then, drill each sentence in separate sections. Focus on the sections where each word runs together. And then repeat those sections as often as you need until you pronounce them perfectly. For example,
Sick of your smoking.
sick of your smoking, sick of your smoking, sick of your smoking. Finally, drill the whole sentence.
Well, I'm really sick of your smoking, so I brought something that is going to help you quit.
I'm really sick of your smoking, so I brought something that is going to help you quit. I'm really sick of your smoking, so I brought something that is going to help you quit. Now, next step, imagine what's going to come next. You heard the beginning of the conversation, so let's treat it like a game and imagine what's going to come next. So first, predict what the whole clip is about based on the beginning. So in this case, what would you predict? Well, it will probably be a conversation where the woman keeps trying to make the man stop smoking, and the man keeps making jokes. Do you agree? Next, check you were correct by reading the summary in ChatGPT, which you've got open through GLASP. So let's look at the summary for this clip. GLASP will always give you 5 bullet points about the YouTube clip. And in this case, GLASP says that Rachel, the woman, tries to help Chandler, the man, quit smoking. Chandler jokes. Okay, so our prediction was right. Doing this gives you training in predicting skills, which will help you to develop conversations in your head. And you can use those imagined conversations in real life in the future. And then check the rest of the conversation. This is optional if you have time. But your priority here is to check the end of the conversation and then any interesting sentences in the middle, because you don't have time to study everything. But it is useful to catch the end of the conversation, and that's because you can often learn how to finish conversations by listening to the end of the clip. And because Friends is a comedy, they'll often end clips on a joke. So you can also learn how to finish a conversation on a joke. So just do the same things as we did when we checked the beginning of the conversation. Check the meaning of any vocabulary you don't know. Listen to the pronunciation. Drill the sentences in sections. And then drill the sentences all together. And what can you get from this? Well, first you'll learn real-life conversation, vocabulary, idioms, pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. Then, you'll memorize commonly used sentences. To become fluent in English, you need to know certain sentences without thinking about grammar. Finally, you'll learn how to start conversations smoothly. You'll be able to talk to anybody. Actually, my partner used to watch Friends to study English. I think he watched all 10 seasons of it, and during the time he was watching Friends, I think his fluency improved more than when he was at an actual language school. Even his jokes. And by the way, there is 5,192 minutes of total watching time if you watch all of Friends. Pretty long, huh? But it means you can learn a lot of conversations in many different situations. So that's it. I hope you can use these tips to spend 10 minutes a day getting fluent at English. And leave a comment for me. I'm thinking of making videos on these topics. So, please let me know which topics you like, don't like, and if you have any other ideas. Also, if you want, you can join my free monthly Zoom events. I'll leave a comment about how to join them. So, thank you for watching. Next week's lesson is a classic and one that you need to learn and relearn, I think. How to argue. Please watch. It'll be interesting.